Okay, so in this video, I'm going to walk you through why beginners that start social media marketing can sign clients, specifically clients that will pay them hundreds a month, sometimes 1,000 plus per month. And I completely get it, because if you haven't started this type of business yet, a social media marketing business, and you're seeing people that I have posted on Instagram or here on YouTube that are making a lot of money, I totally get it. You have doubts. How is that even possible? How can I do that if I'm a beginner? I literally have no experience, Adam. How am I going to get clients? And all of your doubts make sense. Like, they are completely logical. So I want you to know that you're not crazy for thinking those. But the reality is there are people doing this who are beginners, who may even know less than you, that are making the money you want to make. I spoke with somebody recently that's been in the social media marketing space for probably at least 6 months now, running her business, working with clients, really understanding this space. And what she's really struggling to do is get clients that will actually pay her good money. She's way undercharging, which is okay to get started, but to scale your business, there's a point at which you need to respect yourself enough and understand how to find these clients that will pay more money. So let's get into it. Here is exactly why. So there's some businesses out there that have massive budgets. Okay, they're paying $2,000 a month, they're paying $5,000 a month. Heck, there's businesses paying $10,000 a month just for their social media, just for somebody to manage their social media page. And I know that sounds absolutely insane, but they do exist. But there's some businesses that have lower budgets. They just cannot afford that amount of money. So they're going to look for somebody who can offer them services at $300, $400, or $500 per month. And so when you're starting, trying to go for those clients that pay $2,000 or $3,000 per month, it's a bit of a losing strategy. It can work, of course, and you might get a couple of clients, but in reality, you're starting. So what makes more sense is to work with more clients that pay you less money to get more proof and testimonials and results, so you can then charge more money and work with better clients. For example, just this week, one of my students, Kieran, who actually came to my in-person event in Dublin, so I got to meet him in person, well, he signed 2 clients. Now, both of those clients are not going to change his life financially. They're both going to pay $300 a month, so $600 a month for 2 clients. But they're only expecting him to post about 10 times a month on social media. So in theory, because they pay $300 per month, he's getting paid about $30 each time he posts, which for his first couple of clients, that's actually pretty good money. But what I'm more excited about is the fact that now he gets to understand what it's like to work with clients, with 2 different clients, with 2 different businesses, and also 2 chances to get results and get a review and maybe even get a testimonial from one of these clients if they really like his service. That's what it's all about when you're starting. It's not about getting the highest paying clients, it's about getting clients in, getting your numbers up, like going to the gym, getting your reps in, because once you get your reps in, you can start to see what works and what doesn't and what you like and what routine's not for you, which allows you then to build a business that you actually like. And so although those higher ticket jobs are out there that are paying $2,000, $10,000 per month, you're just not competing for those. The more experienced marketers are going to be going for those clients. There's interviews on my YouTube channel, right? You've seen some, maybe, Ethan, who hit $3,000 a month, maybe Aoife, who hit $3,000 a month, maybe Sean, who hit $5,000 a month. But then you've seen the other interviews, right? The ones where it's $10,000 a month, or recently Amanda, who's done 500 grand within 1 year. That averages out at like 40 to 50K a month roughly. Well, you're not competing with Amanda. If you watch that video, you'll see Amanda is charging a lot of money. She has certain clients that alone pay her 6 figures a year. And trust me, you're not competing for those clients. And that should give you confidence. That should give you reassurance, because you do not need to be the most experienced. Those clients aren't looking for you. You're not looking for them. You're looking for those clients that have budgets, most likely in the range of $300 a month to about $1,000 a month when you're starting. Now, look, that's not to say that as a beginner that you can't sign higher ticket clients. There's people in my program, like every month, there's a couple of people who are complete beginners that will sign clients that pay them over $1,000 a month. If we look at the majority, right? Because if we look at my program, probably on a monthly basis, we're getting at least a couple messages a day of people saying, hey, new client, new client. And when I look at those stats, it's quite clear. $300 to about $1,000 a month. That is the most common when you're just getting this started. So understanding that you're not competing with Amanda, who made 500K this year, should give you that confidence. You're competing with the other people. If, let's say, you're getting clients on a platform like Upwork, you're competing with the other people in that price range. And so a lot of those more experienced marketers will price themselves out of the market. On their Upwork profile, they might be listing their hourly rate as $20 an hour, $50 an hour. You're probably going to be listing yours somewhere around $10 to maybe $15 $15 an hour. And with that, when a business owner posts a job, they're going to have the option to select who they want to look for, beginner, intermediate, or experienced. So those people with those higher budgets will just be priced out of the equation right away. Again, leaving you and the other people that are charging less. Now, if you're a beginner, there's other ways that you can build up proof as well, because I know if you're watching this video, again, you're completely right in thinking this, but you're thinking that it's just not possible as a beginner to get these clients. You're thinking, and you're kind of thinking about it on two lenses. Lens number one, like how will I actually convince them? Which I'll talk to you now about how you can convince them if you're a complete beginner. But number two, what if I actually sign them? Like they actually pay me money and then I panic and I go, okay, how am I now actually going to deliver to them? So that's a different question. And that's not something we're going to really get into in this video. That's something that with my program members, I work with them very closely to make sure that they have a really good grasp on that. But if we take lens one, right, just you having that proof to be able to get these clients, something you can do is what we call pairing with a freelancer. So think of it like this. You go to Upwork, you post a job for a graphic designer, or let's say a video editor. You find somebody that's got a good price that could work with you long term, but also has a really good portfolio. Like they've just really good examples of what they've done. Well, you agree to partner with them, that as soon as you get clients, you will outsource a lot of that work to them. And in return, that freelancer is lending their portfolio to you. You're not going to just take their portfolio and send it to a client. What you're going to do is you're actually going to create your own portfolio on Canva. You're then going to add in the samples from their portfolio, their graphics or their videos into yours, but still your portfolio, you're just leveraging theirs, and you're going to frame it that these are just samples of content that you and your team have made. Sounds simple, but incredibly effective. Again, I work very closely with the people inside my mentorship program to help them build out this portfolio, to find the right freelancer, and to, of course, word and phrase this all in the right way that convinces clients that you can actually give them a great experience, but doing it in the right way, because we need to make sure you're doing this ethically. And so now I just want to give you some reassurance. If you're a complete beginner, again, completely normal if you're thinking that, you know, you got these doubts, how will a business pay me and why would they do that? But you can do it. Like I literally see people do it every single week in my program. If they can do it, you can do it too. I hope this video helped, and I will see you in the next video.